The City of Port Colborne hosted an open house recently for the public to see plans and meet the designer of the Welland Canal Fallen Workers Memorial, a tribute to the 137 men who died while building the Welland Ship Canal.
Well, first of all, the memorial is conceived as a landscape, and into that landscape is a cut into the ground, which forms a virtual lock, makes reference to the lock bed, and into that is inserted a giant steel veil, monumental in proportion, one side of which is dark, blackened steel, and recalls the scale of the Niagara Falls. The other side of which is polished stainless steel, and it reflects the landscape around it, the movement of light, the movement of wind through the trees and leaves. The other important element is the gates, which recalls the lock gates, but they also recall the Book of the Dead, which recorded the names of the fallen, which are etched into steel plates. These gates, in turn, are reflected in the stainless steel of the veil. So what you actually find yourself in is a veil reflecting the lock gates in such a way that you feel you're both in a lock, but you're also outside of time, in a virtual space.
Seeing plans for the memorial brought up many emotions for sisters Carol McAllister and Andrea Dixon.
I was very impressed. I had seen brochures, and hearing from the actual designer of the memorial, I realized now that there's a lot to it, and it gave me a very close feeling, an emotional feeling, with someone I had never met before, my grandfather. I think he would be quite pleased and honored to see this memorial and how it's been developed and what it means.
On an emotional level, it means a lot. It's a grandfather that I've never known. It's a sign of a family that we've never known as granddaughters. He had one. My dad had one sister who was childless. So, as far as an extended family, it brings it full circle.
The memorial is scheduled to be unveiled in 2017 on a site along the Welland Canal north of Lock 3 in St. Catharines.
It truly is an international project. With the memorial, it will be located at Lock 3, the main memorial, but there will be these other adjunct interpretive panels in each of the communities along the canal corridor. And this is an important part of the project. It isn't just a Lock 3 project, it's a pan-peninsula project. This is a story as much about Port Colborne and Welland and Thorold as it is about St. Catharines. And all of those stories will be interpreted as part of the overall Workers' Memorial story.
The fundraising goal for the memorial in Parquet is approximately $750,000. So far, over $400,000 has been contributed through corporate sponsorship and government funding.
Fundraising is ongoing, and there are other parts of the project that are taking place. We're doing a weekly series in the Niagara newspapers that people can learn the stories of each of these individuals. We're also working on putting that material together into a book, which we hope to launch prior to the unveiling in 2017. There's also going to be special exhibitions that showcase the workers and works of art that will be done in conjunction with the opening next year. And there's all kinds of other things that could take place, from plays to cemetery tours. So there will be a real focus in 2017 about the Workers' Memorial.
For more information on the project or to make a donation, visit stcatharines.ca/Canal Workers Memorial. Reporting for The Source, I'm Mark Wicobredo.